Everybody, we are here. How are you, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, the Don, the Donald, the one and only. Cheers to you all. It's another fine Saturday, isn't it? How's everybody doing? You guys doing okay? I hope you're well. You got a lot of, I'm seeing in the picture, a lot of headroom, but that's so you could read that where I live. I live at the beach.
Not at the beach.
What? Yeah, I live at the B. Anyway, I get so distracted watching you guys chat away. I'm gonna go a little bit further this way. Am I going out of the picture? Let's see here. No, I didn't go out of the picture. So we're doing Oscar winners tonight. Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer winner. That's all that comes to my mind when I say the word Oscar winner. We're singing songs that won the Oscar. So this idea of doing this set of songs started by picking Tony winners. Since this is Tony week. I think the Tonys were supposed to be this last Sunday. Or is it this Sunday? I don't know. I don't think there are Tonys this year. Gotta be something though, right? You have to at least vote. There just won't be an event. You guys have to educate me. You have to explain me. But when I started to look into this idea, I found out there are no Tony Award-winning songs. There's no such category as best song for the Tonys. Who knew? Isn't that a terrible thing? Jesus, what's the matter with you people? All those great songs and not one of them is the best? Anyway, excuse my French. So I decided, well, I can pick songs from Tony Award-winning shows, or I can pick songs from Tony Award-winning scores. But I can't pick Tony Award-winning songs because they don't exist. That should change. That should just change. Maybe some of you more theater types can explain me that one too. So, we're doing Oscar winners, and we are starting with 1936, the second Oscars, no, the first Oscars, I think. It was 1936, and the movie was Swing Time, or Swing Tie? No, I can't remember. I think it's Swing Time. And a song written by Jerome Kern and Dorothy Fields. First Oscar. Someday, when I'm feeling low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Yes, you're lovely with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. there is nothing for me but to love you. And the way you look tonight, with each word tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh wrinkles your nose, touches my foolish heart. Lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Cheers to all of us and the way we look. With each breath, tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh wrinkles your nose, touches my foolish heart. Lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. Cheers, everybody. All right, moving on to 1939. This song was almost cut. Thank God it wasn't. Harold Arlen and Yip Harburg. Way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Skies are blue and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Oh, I screwed that up. Oh well. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then oh why can't I? Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly. Why, then, oh, why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly above the rainbows, why, oh, why can't I? Guys, thank you.
Second wind.
Just, just a little bit there. This next song, well, that was 1939, of course, Wizard of Oz. Turned out that Louis B. Mayer did not like the song, did not like the way Judy Garland sang this song. One of the reasons I planned this show, speaking of Judy Garland, is today is her birthday. And so I planned this entire show around her and almost forgot. But I think she was 12 or 13 at the time, I'm not sure, but the Mr. Mayer felt that it made our little ingenue look too mature and too much like a young woman instead of the child he wanted her to be. You might recall that I think at one point they were looking at Shirley Temple. And so that was sort of the mentality. So this was a very different look for that time period. I see my friend Jay is on here. And so this next song, 1940, it was Walt Disney's first win Oscar for a song. Of course, it was sung by a cricket. That may be a first, too. The first movie song. Hi, William! Sung by a bug that lived to talk about it. And I sang this earlier. This is one of Ed's arrangements, and I said that it was Walt Disney's favorite song. It wasn't. I was just telling the story this morning. Walt Disney's favorite song was written by the Sherman Brothers, and it was Feed the Birds, which was not an Oscar winner, but it came from Mary Poppins. And the song that won the Oscar that year was from Mary Poppins, but it was Chim Chimney. and I don't have a track for that. Huh? No. So Sherman brothers were Richard Sherman and Robert Sherman, I want to say. And Richard is still alive, and I've had the pleasure of meeting him numerous occasions. They wrote all the music for Mary Poppins, but going back now, that's 1965. That was my first movie, actually, Mary Poppins. And, you know, the story is that I was 5 years old, dressed in my little shorts and my little blazer, my little, little cadet hat with a little visor, and my fancy dress shoes. Went with my mom and my dad and my grandparents, my mother's parents, and we went to Grauman's Chinese Theater on Hollywood Boulevard, and we saw my first movie, not theirs, but we saw Mary Poppins. And when the movie was over, remember they used to have curtains?
Yes.
They closed the curtains, as the credits finished. And credits were short back then, so you actually would watch them because they didn't last very long. And instead of walking out following my grandparents and my parents, I took a left and ran down the aisle to the very front of the theater. And I walked up to the curtain and pulled it back because I wanted to see what they were still doing. I said, well, I'm not ready for this thing to be over. What are they doing now? Only to be smacked in the face with the harsh reality of the world of pretend. And I've pretty much been jaded, callous, and what's the other word? Anyway, I've never believed a thing ever since then. It's just really
psychologically scarred.
Scarred, deep scars, they show. Okay, well, that was Mary Poppins, and I got off track because that was Walt Disney's favorite song. But Jay, you're watching, the song that you heard most. My friend Jay ran all the Disney parks, opened Disney Shanghai, and ran the whole shebang for a long time in Imagineering. This next song, 1940, Walt Disney's first win for Best Song, written by Lee Harline and Ned Washington. When You Wish Upon a Star, Ed Martell's arrangement.
Yay, Ed.
Yes. And Ed playing on the piano. PTSD. Yes, such trauma. That's why I drink. When a star is born, they possess a gift or two. One of them is this: they have the power to make your dreams come true. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do. Fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of the secret longing. like a bolt out of the blue. Fate steps in and sees you through when you wish upon a star. Your dreams come true. The sweet fulfillment of the secret longing, like a bolt out of the blue. Fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come This song was written in La Quinta, California in the middle of the summer by Irving Berlin. The sun is shining, the grass is green, the orange and palm trees sway. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills, LA. But it's December the 24th. And I'm longing to be up north. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops listen and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. So what movie is this from? True. I'm reading your comments while I listen to Brett Strader playing on the piano. Well, none of you have answered my question. It's Holiday Inn, not like Christmas. I'm dreaming of a Hawaii Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. Now they're starting to answer and they're all wrong. May your days be merry, you got it, Kathleen, and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Let's see here. Oh, this is out of order. Yeah, no, we gotta do this one first. Yeah, hold on. We'll do that one first, because we're going in chronological order. Not every year, but this is from the 1950 movie Captain Carey, USA. Song written by the lovely Ray Evans and Jay Livingston. I don't know if Ray Evans' wife has ever been watching on my shows, but she is a friend, and I'll have to tell her I did one of his songs. But you know the title. Mona Lisa, men have named you. You're so like the lady with the mystic smile. Is it only 'cause you're lonely they have blamed you for that Mona Lisa strangeness in your smile? Do you smile to tempt a lover, Mona Lisa? Or is this a way you hide a broken heart? Many dreams have been brought to your doorstep. They just lie there and they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a cold and lonely, lovely work of art? Tempt a lover, Mona Lisa? Or is this the way you hide your broken heart? Many dreams have been brought to your doorstep. They just lie there and they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a cold and lonely, lovely work of art? Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa. That was, of course, Mona Lisa. The next song came 4 years later. That was from 1950, from a movie I've never seen.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah. The next one is a Sammy Kahn song, a song that he wrote with Julie Stein. They were working on really nothing at the time, and the producer, I want to say, was David Selznick? No. Anyway, he came into their office and he said, "Can you write a song called Three Coins in a Fountain?" And he said, "We could write a song called Eh." And he tells the whole drawn out story, which I'll do a Sammy Kahn song, show sometime, and I'll share the whole story. But it's pretty funny, and it's cute. And this is one of the songs we used to sing in the show with him when we toured. But it's we all are familiar with Frank Sinatra singing the song, and you know, three girls go to Rome, they throw coins in the fountain, and this is what comes out of it. Three coins in a fountain, each one seeking happiness, thrown by three hopeful lovers on Harleys, evidently. Which one will the fountain bless? Three hearts in a fountain, each heart longing for its home. There they lie in the fountain, somewhere in the heart of Rome. Which one will the fountain bless? Which one will the fountain bless? Three coins in a fountain, through the ripples how they shine. Just one wish will be granted, one heart will wear the valentine. Make it mine, make it mine, make it mine. Three coins in a fountain, through the ripples how they shine. Just one wish will be granted, one heart will wear a valentine. Make it mine, make it mine, make it mine. Thank you. Okay, I have to skip now because that I already did. And yeah, all right. Moving on to the next page. In 1957, Sammy Kahn, again, this time with Jimmy Van Heusen, wrote a song for a movie called The Joker's Wild. When somebody loves you, it's no good unless he loves you all the way. Happy to be near you when you need someone to cheer you. All the way. Taller than the tallest trees. That's how it's gotta feel. deeper than the deep blue sea is. That's how deep it goes, if it's real. When somebody needs you, it's no good unless he needs you all the way. Through the good and lean years, and for all the in-between years, come what may. Who knows where the road will lead us? Only a fool would say. If you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way. All the way. Who knows where the road will lead us? Only a fool would say. So if you'll let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way. All Can I just say that Sammy Cahn was nominated for 25 Oscars for Best Song,
That's awesome.
and he won 14.
That's a pretty good ratio.
He lost the first 11 times. It's something to think about. I always use Michael Jordan as an example, but I could update it. But Michael Jordan takes a lot of shots on the basket, and some of them he makes, enough to make him one of the greatest basketball players of all time. It's kind of like saying you got to buy a lottery ticket to win the lottery. You got to take a shot to make a basket. Start writing out there, you songwriters. It's a great example, and it's persistence for sure, Lynn. It's a great metaphor for life. I'm going to run long. That's just going to go without saying because I already am. But and I picked a longer program because I couldn't. There. Let me tell. I'm going to tell you the songs I said no to, only because I didn't have accompaniments, or I was picking the closest ones that I had already. But I'm not singing "Swinging on a Star," another Jimmy Van Heusen song with Johnny Burke on the words. "Zippity Doo Dah" from Song of the South. Man, I loved Uncle Remus. I would like to do that song. "Love Is a Many Splendored Thing" from 1955. 58, Gigi. Gigi won the best song for an Oscar, and it won the best show for a Tony. Don't get me started about that no song thing for the Tonys. 1962, Henry Mancini and the Days of Wine and Roses. 1973, The Way We Were, and 1976, Evergreen. Now there's plenty of others, but that's the list I wrote out really quickly of the songs I'd love to do, and then of course you have to cut. So,
Baby Got Back.
yeah, no, what was the one though? No, there's a pimp, something, it's hard to be a pimp or something like that. There is There is an Oscar best. Yeah, there's a rap. There's must not have been very many good songs that year.
Was it an Eminem song?
I don't know.
For me, mine,
Yeah, somebody asked what this picture is. I'll show it. I've already shown it before, but this is a friend, my friend Kathy and Don's, their neighbor. I sang at their house, and their neighbor made this of their my singing at their house, which is nice. Hope you can see it enough. It's a very special thing, and I have it proudly displayed. Time to get some new flowers, I think. Anyway, moving along. We're back to Sammy Kahn and Jimmy Van Heusen and a 1959 movie called A Hole in the Head. And this became the Kennedy election theme song for John F. Kennedy. Next time you're found with your chin on the ground, there's a lot to be learned, so look around. Just what makes that silly little old ant think he'll move a rubber tree plant? Everyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, 'cause he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high apple pie in the sky. Hope so anytime you're getting low, instead of getting low, just remember that ant. Whoops, there goes another rubber tree. Whoops, there goes another rubber tree. Whoop, there goes another rubber tree plant. When trouble calls and your back's to the wall, there's a lot to be learned. That wall could fall. Once there was a silly old ram, thought he'd punch a hole in the dam. No one could make that ram scram. He kept butting that dam, 'cause he had high hopes. He had high hopes. He had high apple pie in the sky. So anytime you're feeling bad, instead of feeling sad, just remember that ram. Whoops, there goes a billion kilowatt. Whoops, there goes a billion kilowatt. Whoops, there goes a billion kilowatt dam. They'll be bursting soon, just around to go pop. That's how this goes. Whoops, there goes another problem. Whoops, there goes another problem. Whoops, there goes another problem. Kerplop, kerplop. I didn't think I could remember how that went. Let's see here. Okay, so the story about this song, because it was written by the father of a friend of mine, that there was a meeting called between the director Blake Edwards and the star Audrey Hepburn and the composer Henry Mancini and the lyricist Johnny Mercer. And the subject on the agenda was cutting this song for whatever reason. Thought it slowed the movie down. And I'm not sure whose idea that was, whether it was Blake Edwards or somebody else, but maybe it was, I don't know if he was married to Julie Andrews at the time, but maybe Julie Andrews didn't want competition. Audrey Hepburn certainly was not competition as a singer, but still, oh God, I could look at her all day. From Breakfast at Tiffany's, she said that song will be cut over her dead body, is what she said. That is what she said. It has a very quiet beginning. So when a Harley goes by, which they seem to be doing a lot more these days. Remember when it was quiet for like 2 months? Yeah. There are some things I'm gonna miss. Not many. Actually, maybe more than but yeah. All right. Yeah. It was nice and quiet. All right. River wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after that same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, moon, river, and me. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after that same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, moon, river, and me. $1969, I already gave it away. 1969, Hal David and Burt Bacharach with Robert Redford and Paul Newman. I had to picture the lemonade container. Newman's Own. Starring in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Now, what was always remarkable is my next door neighbors, the Hendersons, Mr. Henderson was supposedly a descendant of Butch Cassidy. That is a story I would like to hear a little bit more detail about. But this came out in 1969, and to best of my knowledge, it's the first movie that I saw with a friend, might have even been John Henderson, by myself. Ooh, yeah. And I remember that scene where they jump off the cliff into the water. Oh my God. And this classic, we have the soundtrack to this, so this played a lot in the house. And I would play it a lot too. This was one of my favorite records to play on the hi-fi. Actually, it was a stereo. A Fisher, no less. And, one of those big console, remember those? The console ones? I don't know why my parents had that soundtrack, whether it came from going to see a premiere or something, but that scene with the big wheel bicycle.
Yes, it's great.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. It's so actually it's not the big wheel. It's a regular bicycle, but she's on the handlebars and yeah, wobbling around. Yeah. There's a story about that. John Softness, maybe you tell the story. I'm so glad you're on. You wrote a whole show, John, about it was Stardust and the Great American Songbook, and Moon River was one of the great songs that we sang from that. And as I recall, I think you may have told a story about Raindrops or about something to do with that movie. I'm not sure, but we have to do another show together. All right, I'm closing with this song. I've sung it before on that rainy day here on my porch. It was the rainy day that didn't rain. Then the next day it poured, and Satori and I splashed in the puddles. That's going back. This is our 81st show. Oh, and a little bit of a commercial. Well, it's not a commercial, but it's a public service announcement. That's what it is. We're going to have a vote, and we've done, as of tonight, I've done 181 separate songs and close to 600 performances of songs, which is great, because of multiple songs. I don't know how you word that, but
For your resume.
I don't know. Scarcity used to be my marketing plan. Now it's overexposure. Anyway, Mark Skidmore is running it, and I posted just before the show the list of 181 songs, and from there I didn't have time to really study the rules of what we're doing or how many rounds we're going to have, but we're going to whittle it down to the final 10 and then have the final vote, and maybe we'll have 2 shows of the top 10. Yeah. So that's to look forward to, and have every single one of you guys participate in that, okay? I appreciate all you guys' wonderful comments. Okay, here we go. Thank you for joining me. Having a Dow red blend that was given to me by the beautiful Kathy Knoll and her sister Cindy. Kathy owns Uncorked on Pier Avenue in Hermosa Beach, a wonderful store, and they have been open for takeout, and they've been doing virtual tastings, and they may be open as far as I know by now. And then she also runs and owns the deck, the old poop deck, where the poop deck was, they now call it the deck. And I know they were doing some beautiful things like tri-tip and hamburgers and great takeout and drinks. They may be open too. I honestly can't speak to it, but I'm drinking your wine. Thank you, Kathy. And thank you to your mom, Patty, and everybody, the whole family, and Greg. Love you guys. Okay, goodbye. Here we go. Raindrops are falling on my head. Sing along, everybody. And just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun. I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to greet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to meet me. Raindrops keep falling on my head. That doesn't mean my eyes are too big, turning red. Crying's out for me, 'cause I'm never gonna find the rain by complaining, because I'm nothing's worrying me. Won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Raindrops keep falling on my head. That doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying's out for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me. Always like this setting. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, my neighbors. Thank you, Tink. I love it. You sitting there sleeping and enjoying it. It comes out almost every night. And I hope you guys continue to stay safe and healthy. Look for the posts about the vote. I want if participation is mandatory. Mandatory. Great song, Hal David and Burt Bacharach. Who knows? All those other songs I listed, there's room for a whole other show. I am going to work on a Tony show, but it just won't be Tony Award-winning songs. That's all. And maybe I'll create my own Tony.
There you go.
Yeah.
Create your own awards.
Maybe I'll have a friend of mine who has a Tony. I have 2 friends with Tonys. Yeah. So we'll see you tomorrow. Actually, so the show I am planning tomorrow is Tony Award winning shows, songs, whatever. Who cares? They're all good songs, but that'll be kind of the tenor of the show is the Tonys. So thank you for joining me, and yeah, look for the vote. And we'll see you tomorrow. Okie dokie. Cheers to you all.